I don't even know how to explain that one, on the ground, and the fountains are still running. It must be getting reflective light off the glass. Hi, it's Robbie from Southern California, and today I'm going to touch on setting up your solar fountains, the kits, with the long cord. See the long cord here? Now, normally you wouldn't set it up this way, but I want you to see the cord because that's the ones we're talking about. As you can see, all three of mine out here are running, and yet we have a really dark, cloudy day today. See, well, we got a little bit of sky coming through there, but we have a dark, cloudy day. Now, here is the thing. Some of you have said you could not get your fountains to work. You have to make sure the direction of the sun for you to place the panel. Think about it. When you are getting, let's say, a solar system set up on your house, they have to check it and see which way the sun is coming. So if the sun is coming this way, they generally take your panels and they lean them towards the sun. If the sun is the other way, then they lean it the other way. So the whole idea of this is to make sure where your panel is sitting. Now, right now, I've got two of them sitting here. And even though the sun is really up here, it's getting enough sunlight. But if I would take, let's say I would take this panel. And I'm not sure which one this one runs. Oh, it's running that one. Okay. So right now, it will run this way. But if I turn it this way, see, even though, see how it's still getting light, it slows down. It barely goes. And sometimes it won't go at all. But the moment you turn it towards the sun, you're going to get a good, even flow. You've got to check your sunlight. This is a south-facing wall behind me on my deck. And the sun is this way going across the sky. So you want to try to make sure, let's say on the panels, that let's say I can set them flat, but don't get any shade from plants, because if this plant creates too much shade, and let's say the sun goes over, then it's going to stop. It's still getting enough light, and that's okay. They get quite powerful when it's really sunny. But I wanted to show you on a day like today that they are still running. I've even got this one, which I really don't want to talk about. It's not that important, but these are the round discs. This one is still running. You don't want to cover the solar panel, because this is the panel on the disc around here. But as long as it's getting enough sun, and I think the white and all this is creating a little extra reflection, it's getting enough sunlight. And that's the whole idea. Look at it, because I have really never had a problem with any of these. These run really good. I generally have my panels in the morning. If I come out here, sometimes I face them that way because the sun is coming up that way. And as the day goes on, my solar kits, the fountains will stop. So sometimes if I'm here, I just gently turn it and that gets them going again. So look at your sky, analyze what direction your sun is traveling. If it's traveling this way, and keep in mind as the seasons change, the sun changes too. Look at where your area is set up, your balcony, your deck, your garden, your yard. And you don't want to put these in the shade. You can put your fountains in the shade, which is perfect. You can surround them with flowers and entice the birds to come in, because the birds will come and check out the flowers and they'll see this and go, oh, wow. I mean, look, I keep some different salvias and different plants around here that they like. And that's what I try to do, because it brings them in. It attracts them. But when it comes to just setting it up, you've got to make sure that the panel, and these cords are long. They could be anywhere from 6 to 10 feet. You want to make sure they're facing in the right direction. So right now, this is facing perfect because the sun is up there. And that's all you need to know. And you know what? She wants the cord, because every time she finds the cord, she chews up the cord. So keep the cord up. And you can roll them around and get a little tie and tie it up so it's not sitting on the ground. I just want you to see the cords right now and see how they're set up. But I've got the panels on. These are the paper towel holders from Dollar Tree. They work fantastic. They work flat, but I could lean them because they've got a stick. These are with skewers. This one is the stand I made. I've got a video on how I made it. So this one is really good. And you can move them. They're totally movable. Just keep in mind, be very mindful of where you are setting up the panel. Another thing is check your panels when they come. Some of them have a plastic film to protect the solar panel. You want to make sure you take that film off, because if you don't take it off, and this one, it's so shiny, but the film is off, it could dry, and then it could dry on it and ruin your panel, and you would have to really scrape it off. I think there's a fix. We fix almost everything around here. So keep that in mind where you're setting them, the panel that is. Think about how they set up solar for people's homes. They lean it. You normally see them lean towards the sun to get the most out of the sun. And then you'll be able to be running your fountains all the time. And I wanted you really to see this today, that on a very cloudy day, even though it's not vigorously running as hard as they usually go, that's all the birds need, is that little trickle to bring them in to come and take a bath. Aren't these cute? I love these. These are just so cute. I took the stones off and I put them around, but these have been fantastic. The birds love them. They're easy to set up and they're portable, and they're all made from a food container, though you can use a bucket if you want. So with that, I hope I gave you some tips and tricks on how to get your solar fountain kits to work. Are you interested in that? Oh, she says, I just want the cord. Give me the cord. I'm teething and I want the cord. And set up some solar fountains around your yard because the birds absolutely love it. Bye-bye. I've never had a problem with any of them. And even with my thumb over it, it is still going. So I've had somebody say, oh, if a leaf falls on it, it won't run. Only if you don't have it in the right direction. I'm not going to have this running at all in a minute because she's decided she can chew up the cord. No, I don't think so. Oh, the joys of having a puppy. She's going to think this is a new toy for her. So that's the thing, is make sure your panel is facing in the right direction, and then you should be good to go on that. And of course, on our sunny days, just make sure it's straight up in the sky. Hey, you're taking my cord. You may be little, but you have a lot of teeth in there. And then we get to show everybody how we piece together a cord after it's been completely chewed apart. That's another video for another time. And hopefully I won't have to show you what happens after a little puppy chews a cord in half. With that, have a wonderful day. Hey, I'm up here. Do you know where I am? I'm up here. And don't forget to eat what you grow. Bye-bye.